Picking up where we left off, this is Village of Shadows run for the Resident Evil Village game. Village of Shadows difficulty setting is the highest setting that you can play it on. It's only unlocked after you've completed the game at least once. This is our 6th run through the game. It's our last final run. We're not going to make another full run of the game after this, so we're being very thorough. It's what I call a complete run-through of the game. We're going to see every cutscene, read every file, collect every treasure, kill every foe, and generally just show you every bit of the game that we can. This was a great game and had a lot to offer. A lot of different areas. We've gone through the initial Lycan attack inside the village proper, which was almost overwhelming. Then we went through the castle Dimitrescu with Lady Dimitrescu and her 3 daughters that she's created. Vampires. That was just a wonderful set, a wonderful part of the game. It was a big portion of the game. That was probably my favorite part of the game. After that, we went back through the village again. We now have a winged key that we're finding pieces and parts to upgrade that keep unlocking more gates for. After the first upgrade, after finding it, we were able to get back into the village from the castle. And then after upgrading it once, we were able to get to the Donna Benevito's area. I call it the dollhouse. We've been finding these flasks along the way. We found 1 flask in the castle Dimitrescu. I'll try not to talk over the cutscene here.
Miranda, if it's for you, I'd do anything.
I'll just be taking this.
Wait. What are you doing with Mother's special child?
She's not hers.
Oh, you have something to say?
What do you mean, mother's special child?
Mother wants her baby back.
Don't screw with me!
Wait, please. If you take it, then the others will laugh at me. But if I do better than them...
What do I care?
Wait, just a little longer, please.
What's so funny?
You're stupid. You talk too much. It's all over. I plugged the way in.
What do you...
This is my territory. And I won't let you leave.
Shit.
The first time that happens,
Damn freak!
this goo is everywhere, and you're just convinced it's going to eat you. It's going to, like, encase you. It comes up, and you're all afraid of it. Turns out it's nothing. It really is nothing. I mean, it's just there to block the way out. I mean, none of these things that are coming up matter. You can shoot them, and they'll pop like a balloon. It's really just to block this path here, so you can't get back to the elevator, so you can't get out until you deal with this. As I was saying, we found the first of those flasks in the castle Dimitrescu after beating Lady Dimitrescu. And took it back to the Duke, and the Duke told us what they are. They are pieces and parts of our baby Rosemary Winters. We found the second flask with Donna Benevito after beating Donna Benevito. And so this was the 3rd flask. And there are only 4 flasks, so... There were 4 lords. The Duke told us that there were 4 lords and each had a piece and part. So we're hoping to get through this quickly and get on to looking for the 4th one. The first time you play the game, you may or may not come here first. You may have gone outside. If you go outside, you'll find a boathouse with a boat on a dock, and you don't have the key for the boat on the dock. And so there's a note there saying that the key is inside the shack, inside the mines. So you would come back into the mines and you'd be here. So we just cut to the chase, and we're going with the boat key. Ethan at this point doesn't know what he would do to fix the fact that his daughter's been put into 4 of the tiny little flasks, but he's trusting the Duke, and Heisenberg starts to be seem like Heisenberg might have a plan. We'll find that out here. But there's one of those big armored, heavy werewolves. There's the boat key. It was supposed to be on the pegboard in the shack. So. I know it might seem like I'm being cautious, but if you remember right, I died 3 times during the first Lycan attack. I died twice in Castle Benevito to Castle Dimitrescu, to one daughter, where they kept throwing an extra foe at me that I wasn't expecting. Then I died. And I died twice fighting Lady Dimitrescu. And since then, I managed not to die in the village, and I managed the next time around, and I managed not to die in Donna's realm. And so I'm really trying hard not to die anymore. The game has taught me a certain amount of to treat it with a little bit of respect, so I'm being a little more cautious, you'll see now. Part of the problem, I wasn't fully prepared for how hard Village of Shadows was going to be, because this is our 6th run, but runs 4 and 5 were both on casual. One was a speed run, one was a knife only run. And if you're killing things, if you're killing boss fights with a knife, you're feeling pretty strong. And then we had this fully upgraded stake magnum that's doing an incredible amount of damage. It doesn't have the upgrade from the mercenaries play. You can actually double the damage if you complete enough of the mercenary tasks to unlock the additional customized parts for the weapons. The customized part for this magnum doubles its damage. Here's the note that would have told you that you needed the boat key. Technically number 28 out of 47 for the Bookworm achievement. I'm a little disappointed because I killed the guy on the roof, and I can't seem to get his treasure. It looked like he left that crystallized form up there. It would have been useful, valuable. Alas, guess we don't get it. So we're going to use the boat to go out into the water. The note also mentioned that something in the water, some large fish, has been eating people and boats all as one thing. So, flashbacks to Resident Evil 4, anybody? I wasn't sure what to expect. I was sort of half expecting a whole Resident Evil 4 where you're going around being pulled by the fish and you have to shoot it when it turns on you and everything. And there's that big fish, and so I was about half expecting that to happen. So I was pretty happy when I could just get to the dock the first time. Of course, this time I know what's up. That doesn't happen. You don't get to relive Resident Evil 4 inside Resident Evil 8. This grotto over here is very easy to miss because the lighting and everything makes it look like it's just a wall over there. But if you come around this corner and you have full ray tracing and everything set up high, this is just a beautiful place to see how great that water looks. Sunlight filtering down through. And in the pond here, we'll find a couple of very large catfish. Our poacher count. Five. And you notice they give you 2 meats, so these are actually good fish to find if you're still cooking recipes. Get a good sight at that catfish there. Another 2 fish meat. We're also tracking the geologist. This would be the 10th gem that we shot down. Next. I'm forever calling it geologist. It's gemologist. Gemologist. As if gemologist is a thing. I don't know. Now, as we go in this building, we're going to have a cutscene with Chris. I'll not talk over it, but you're expecting some answers.
What the
He owes you
hell?
some.
Research post or something? What the fuck are they doing here? Get off of me!
Stay the fuck down!
Ethan! I gotta say, I'm surprised you made it this far. It'd be a shame if something happened to you now.
Sure, Chris. Why not? You killed Mia. Now do me and finish the job.
Hey, Cap. I'm getting some serious motion readings out here. We should move on.
We were almost
What kind
about
of
to get
leads?
some answers.
What's moving?
But we're interrupted.
But my guess is we've been here too long, and Miranda knows it.
Hey, did you say Miranda? How are you involved?
Leave it alone, Ethan. You are out of your depth. What about the sample analysis?
It's definitely related to the mold.
Clearly, Chris hasn't been watching what we've been doing because out of our depth, we're the ones taking care of everything. I mean, brought down 2 of the lords already. But here's the big fish. Even that throws me back to Resident Evil 4. That swimming underwater. We're still technically in the cutscene. We're going to have more of that go on for a little bit.
Shit! Stay back!
The exit's underwater. You're done.
I don't have time for this.
Miranda is already preparing.
Miranda sent you to slow me down? You're pathetic. What are you talking about? The fuck is wrong with you?
So then that happens, you have control again. You do need to run. I don't know what the timing is here. I've just always run. So. And Ethan figures out how to jump. First time in the game. So many times I've wanted to jump. That's the only time in the game he does jump. As the videos have been going on, I've been editing them. I've been thinking more about, like, the whole storyline is just sort of odd in the sense that we start off with Ethan basically being just thrown to the wolves, literally in a gauntlet where he runs past a bunch of wolves and then is supposed to get diced up by a meat eater, meat grinder. And then when he's in the castle, after he escapes the gauntlet and he gets up in the castle, Lady Dimitrescu, he overhears a conversation with Lady Dimitrescu and Miranda talking about the importance of a ceremony, and as if she wasn't allowed to kill Ethan because of some ceremony.
Oh, yes.
And that just strikes you as like, well, why didn't you just throw him away a minute ago, and now you're gonna now it's something about a ceremony.
Do them for a small fee.
Donna never really talks about it, but then you heard Moreau there talking about the ceremony again, and that he should be there, not Ethan. So it's like Miranda's expecting Ethan to be there. I don't really follow how. I get that the 4 lords are trying to kill him so that he doesn't take their place, but I don't understand why Miranda just threw him away at the beginning. But then I got to thinking about the hag lady that we see several times. She gave us the original key. She's the one that told us the Lycans were coming. Talked to her right after the first Lycan attack.
To hunger.
I think maybe Heisenberg explains it later, and maybe I'm beginning to appreciate that Miranda is kind of guiding this whole thing. She's kind of guiding Ethan at each of her lords. If he doesn't survive, then fine. If he does, then he'll be there at the end. This is the 10th outhouse, so this completes the When You Gotta Go challenge. This is the outhouse that you cannot get back to. Once you leave this area, once you go back up in the elevator at the end of this sequence, you can never get back here. So you have to get it while you're down here. That's the first time you could get to it. There'll be another time a little bit later on. Poacher, 2 for the price of 1. $29 out of 40. Getting close. Turns out that it's a good thing we shot some crows, because there's only a few extra. Now this document that you just read in the truck there tells you that this crank handle is about to break. It tells you it's worn. I believe there might have been a go to warding there. Of course, they're not there because once you collect a go to warding, it's already gone. So I collected them during the first couple of playthroughs. And sure enough, the crank handle breaks.
Seriously?
What he's trying to do there was he was trying to move the windmill such that the wind would blow the blades, and it would crank up power and send power back over there to the sluice gate that we walked by. That he tried to open. Because Moreau has told us that the exit is underwater, so if we open the sluice gate, we can drain the area. And by draining the area, we can get to the exit. So that's what the initial goal was. In this case, we already have the flask, so there's nothing really for us to do here from Ethan's perspective other than to try to get back out so that we can go about hunting the 4th flask. Now we're out on the reservoir. This is actually a dangerous place if you're pushing fast. I think it was during my knife only run, or no, during my speed run. I didn't even realize you could be far enough ahead that you can get out there on that. You could get out there and be in the middle of that little thing when the fish comes along, and he will eat you there. You can actually die. But I know that now, so spoiler alert: I don't die in this video. You can barely see the yellow on that one. I think the game creators expected you to walk back around, and you can shoot that from the other side. You can see it a lot clearer from the other side. It's on. There's a good awarding here that's hard to see, but I believe it was right there. If you looked out towards that fallen windmill over there. I think on one of the posts there's a good awarding, but you basically have to get it with the sniper rifle. I think that's where it was. Since I can't show it to you, I didn't record any video. It's not of my initial playthroughs. I was pretty sure nobody wanted to see me fumble around for the first me playing a game blind. Nobody wants to watch that. It's just a mess. I can barely watch myself. So we picked up our recording when we were working on the big achievements, knife only, speed runs, Village Shadow. So it's a little physical puzzle. The way to know what to do is to throw each of the switches, kind of count and watch how fast. So you've got 3 different colors. You've got white that will raise white platforms, blue that raise blue, and orange that will raise orange. If you figure out the timing, you know that the blue falls the fastest, but you need it up at the beginning to get to the other, and there's one more blue switch. And so that's the way I've always solved it. I don't know if there are other ways. That way consistently works for me. You can die here too. You come out here and just kind of get him to start again, and you can get right off the path there, and then go right behind him. You see how Ethan's kind of slow on those wobbly sticks, so you gotta be careful. The bait and switch works really well. If you try to time it, you don't have time to get across there unless you go right behind you. If you remember, we saw this card at the beginning, so now we're kind of back to where we started this mess. I'm just trying to make sure I don't pick a bad time to go across. And now we pushed one rack off. Now we've raised this gate. I don't know what to call it. Raise this platform up, and can push the second one down there, so then we can get across that. That's just to remind you that you can shoot slime and make it go away. I think that's what that's going to do. Because you're going to do it shortly. I wasn't sure what to expect here. I was wondering if the crane was going to catch him somehow. Like, I wasn't sure what was going to happen. It just raises up a big fishing boat. I think that right there, I think you saw me point at. I think that's where the go to warding would have been. I think that was the last one I got, so it took me a long time to find that one. I wish there was a way to reset it so I could go back and could add a video showing you where each of the goes to warding were, but the only way I found to do that, basically, you have to delete all of your save games. Like, turn off cloud saving, delete your save games, and start a fresh game. So that would mean I'd have to start all over. And the thought of not having my weapons, just to show you where the goods are wearing were, it seemed like that was an extravagance I wasn't willing to put forth. I think we've provided a lot of Resident Evil Village content. So we've got complete playthroughs of the 3 complete playthroughs of the game. You actually have to look at that. The reason I go there first, you have to look at that, or you won't be able to. You can get the crank handle. Well, they just call it a crank. I call it a crank handle because it's a handle. But you wouldn't be able to use it until you look at that little piece. So I go look at it first. That's a tip if you're speedrunning. Go look at it first so that you can get the crank and then use the crank immediately. You don't have to go back and forth between them. And that was all to tell you that, you know, when you do rotate the windmill, you'll be able to climb this and get up to the top part of the windmill. I love this zip line. This big fish coming up at you. It's essentially a cutscene. Nothing you can do about it. It's always exactly the same, but it's still fun. Now we can get back to where that crank, the original crank broke. Use our newly found crank. Won't break. Move the windmill around, just like the last windmill, and you'll see the blades will start turning and power will turn on. You can follow that all on around to the building where the Sluice Gate control was. So now we're going to solve the Sluice Gate control. If you're interested, there's a short video on how to know what to do. I pull it up, I kind of half show you here. But basically you're going to have to rotate that to where it's rotated like that. That then matches the control panel here with the antenna on the top right. And so it doesn't stay rotated that way. The piece of paper winds up rotated the other. So if you remember how many degrees you had to rotate it, and then pattern in correctly, then that little green light will turn on. It's not particularly hard, but it's little puzzles like that that I don't know. You feel good when you solve them, even though it's like.
Got it.
In terms of puzzle games, that's a pretty meager puzzle. But there's still. I started to say there's a short video of showing you how to rotate that, how to recognize that you've got to rotate it right, in our shorts and guides playlist. Links in the description below. The description has links to our knife only and our speedrun as well as some Shadows of Rose DLC play. This book is kind of a diary by Monreau, talking about how he's doing the experimentation. Apparently each one of the lords is doing some sort of experimentation, trying to make stronger, I don't know, stronger soldiers, stronger life forms for Miranda. Now that you've got a big fish basically out of water into shallow water, the goal here is to shoot the little part that's still mildly human looking in the middle there, coming out of the mouth.
Guess I gotta do this.
That's Moreau himself. I mean, the whole thing's Moreau, but that's where his consciousness still is. If you do enough damage, he's going to climb up on a rooftop like this. If you watch that, he's gonna spew out a whole bunch of acid. My feet got stuck there. Let me get around the corner. You basically need to find this cover. That acid rain is harsh, very harsh. But so you need to know where cover is, and you need to get to it. And actually, the quicker cover would have been on the next little block of, I don't know what the hell these things. It's not really shacks. It's landing blocks, sort of. And watch how fast he moves. I'm way out of the. I think I'm free, and he hit me. So now, if you watch, there are these explosive barrels around the whole area, and normally on most difficulties, he at least pauses when you hit him with one of those barrels. He didn't even he didn't pause at all. But I'm trying to do the dutiful thing. He's going to go back up on one of those things. Get out of the rain. I'm trying to do the dutiful thing and use the exploding barrels. You want to clear those when you see them because they prevent you from running in circles, and everybody knows running in circles is a good thing. You can't get caught in dead-end zones that way. Now see, there's another barrel there. Oh, I'm hitting really good, but and I hit him right in the head. That was a good sequence for me. We'll try to duplicate it down here with this one. See, he's already sliding, and apparently it does not stop him from sliding, and then trying to get away hits me again. And you can see that you're actually in danger. I mean, there is a risk of dying. You can cover the ground very fast before you get ready to get shots off. All I wanted was away from it. So as it turns out, he was a lot closer to death than I thought. Once you flip him on the side like that, it's basically over. Just get to watch him explode.
In death as he was in life. Disgusting.
That is so true. Alright, we're going to loot the area. Make a couple of circuits just to make sure that we didn't leave anything valuable behind. Definitely want to make sure we pick up the crystallized form of Moreau. Did we? I just missed it. Did it automatically pick it up? Yeah, okay. I guess so, because it would have fallen into the water and you might not be able to see it otherwise. Okay. Alright, so we can leave the area now. There is one area on the way out that you want to make sure that you don't forget to visit. You want to go back to the boathouse, where you lowered the water from the reservoir. It winds up making a trail where you can go down through a fallen windmill. And there's treasure in there, as well as fish. Make sure you don't miss those. We find the last upgrade to the winged key. Becomes a 6-winged key now. That figurine in the middle.
You're better off than I thought.
Who's that?
Oh, come on. We just met a while back, not that it really matters.
You're the last asshole in my way, aren't you?
You've got fight. I'll give you that, Ethan. But what's the plan when you have all 4 flasks?
What are you trying to get at?
I could lend you a hand.
Not trying to get on my good side?
Now don't get cocky. I'd kill you if you weren't worth the trouble. There's a stronghold not too far outside the village. Go there and get my flask. Do that, and you pass. First, head back to the graveyard.
Self-centered prick.
31 of our Bookworm achievement is a note from our poor little Moreau as he laments his role in life. He was never the favorite. Okay. So I was mentioning we have the 6-winged key now, and that thing in the middle is supposed to be the Megamycete that I'm sure is purposely looks like an embryo. I'm not sure what the tie to it being an embryo is exactly. Maybe we'll find out in the next Resident Evil, I don't know. Head back to the boathouse. You'll see on the left then that the water has receded where he drained it. Can kind of go down in this broken windmill. I'm not sure why I go through this inventory at this particular moment. Not sure what I'm even looking for. Nothing unexpected there, so okay. In the puddle back here, you will find the boat. I didn't point it out during the when we first saw it. I don't know if I looked at it closely enough, but there was a boat with this treasure chest on it. So that's what was supposed to remind you that it was there, that there was something to go look for. The puddle also holds 2 of those very large catfish, where you can get 2 fish fillets per fish. Kind of have to follow the bubbles. Shoot the bubbles. There you go. We're now at 31 out of 40 on our poacher count. Now we're free to head out. So all the way back through the up to the mine. It's not a long way. It's not a long way through the mine, but you have to get back to that elevator and that really long elevator ride back up to the top. Well, that was our trip through Moreau's water world. I hope you enjoyed it. It's a little heavier on combat than Donna's world, but on par with it. I'd say they're both about the same interest level to me. You can leave the elevator ride to the end here. Click on the next video if you want. It's up on the right. Hope you enjoyed it. We enjoyed making it.